Okay, let's talk about how to avoid burnout while still driving performance, because we have to stop building systems that rely on constant heroics, okay? When I say heroics, I mean unplanned, unsustainable extra effort that people have to use in order to keep the system working because the structure just isn't there. And it's when performance depends on someone saving the day instead of the process being designed to succeed. Heroics looks like staying late just this once, but it becomes every week. It looks like fixing problems manually because the workflow it's broken. And it looks like skipping breaks in PTO because things fall apart without you. It looks like being the only person who knows how to make something work. It looks like constantly firefighting instead of improving the system. So if your organization needs this kind of constant heroics to hit goals, the system isn't high performing. It's operating on borrowed capacity. What is capacity? Capacity is the amount of work a person, team, or system can realistically handle well in any given time period. It's not just how much can we do, it's how much can we do without breaking quality, safety, or the people. And the reason why this is so hard to identify, because heroics looks like leadership. It looks like commitment. It looks like someone who cares. It looks like going above and beyond. But over time, heroics becomes the operating model. And when that happens, your organization starts relying on its most competent people in a way a failing engine relies on oil. It doesn't solve the problem, it just keeps the system from seizing. Okay, here's the truth. Burnout isn't always emotional. Sometimes it's mechanical. It happens when workload has no container. It happens when priorities change daily. It happens when everything is urgent and responsibility is unclear, and the most competent person becomes the default backup plan. Okay? In burnout, it shows up in predictable ways. High performers carry more than what they should and should be sharing. Leaders end up doing the work of at least 3 people, and teams avoid PTO because things may collapse. On the outside, it looks like strength, but internally, it's a system that depends on a nervous system. Okay, here's where Opal leadership comes into play at. Opal leadership builds performance that doesn't require sacrifice. So not by lowering standards, but by designing systems that do not require people to break in order to be successful. Performance that costs people isn't performance, it's extraction. All right, so part 2 is up next, and I'll share my 6-step process to help you identify those hidden gaps, reduce friction, and build systems that hold so your team doesn't have to. And I'll drop the link in the comments.